So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game, rearrange all the pieces till they say my name, push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna 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 start a revolution. I'm on top now, while me kissing babies. Call me out, president, boss tool, hate me. I'ma trust my gut, you don't faze me. I'ma give my blood, don't save me. Damn, it's never enough, still chasing every single dream that I've had since I was 18. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution.
Good morning, babies. How's everybody doing? I know it's been a hot minute. I just want to update people with some things that I've been aware that have been going on. I've been sleuthing in the background with the majority of you beautiful people. You guys are incredible to work with. I'm still talking to Amy's family on the back end of things. We're just kind of playing it by ear, going through the motions as information is released, and we can actually move forward with that. Um, First and foremost, I was going to make a video this morning about Mia Chelsea Nichols O'Toole. She was out of Bedford or Bradford, Pennsylvania. Um, Prayers have been answered. Update on Mia. She has been found. They don't really know much more info, but she was found, and I personally am happy to hear that. It's one less video that I have to make on a missing persons. However, we are going to hop right into what I discovered overnight last night into this morning, and I'm just kind of like, ugh, about it. So, as many of you know, I do frequent missingkids.org. But before I hop into that, I wanted to let everybody know that Ara is feeling quite a bit better. She has dropped a new live last night. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to that. Definitely recommend y'all go watch that video. There's some good stuff there. And then we're going to move right on to um, what I've noticed here. I'm going to do this one step at a time because I don't know if my computer is going to. Yes, Mia is found. God bless on that. Um, but I want to move on to something that I find very alarming that is happening kind of in real time this week. Um, if you guys head over to missingkids.org, um, and then what you want to do is you want to, I'm just going to submit this for now. Uh, you're going to go over to search missing posters, and then you're going to, I'm just going to zoom in here so you guys can see it a little bit better. Um, What I normally do is I modify my search and I do it on a weekly basis. Sometimes I will break it down day to day. However, last night, this morning, whatever you want to call it, I noticed something very alarming to me. I clicked child. I did not pick a city. I did not pick a state. I just wanted roughly the United States just to see. And then I selected Tuesday, January 24th as my opening, January 31st, Tuesday. So it's a week. Okay. I don't pick genders. I don't pick race. I don't pick none of that. I don't discriminate when it comes to children missing. Okay. And then you go ahead and hit submit. And you're going to notice that there's 52 missing kids that have been reported. This is only ones that have had posters created for them. Okay. As I scrolled through what is 3 pages of missing children, set alarms off in me. Okay. And you guys are going to notice the same exact thing as I scroll through here. Okay. Caden Rush, Hampton, Virginia, 15 years old. Olivia Edwards, Culpeper, Virginia, 14 years old. Jorday Taylor, Hopewell, Virginia, 15 years old. Grace Cepeda, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 16 years old. Devin Banks, Campbell County, Virginia, 17 years old. Jaden Randolph, Norfolk, Virginia, 14 years old. Pomonte Bowles, Henrico, Virginia, 17 years old. April Simmons, California, Maryland, not too far from Virginia, 14 years old. Sierra Glen, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 17 years old. Ashley Washington. Okay, if you guys look in here, these dates, January 30th and 29th. Okay, and the dates get further and further away. But I'm noticing a stark resemblance, and I'm not going to stop saying these names. Ashley Washington, Chesterfield, Virginia, 16 years old. Haley Lopez, Hampton, Virginia. Again, are you guys noticing the pattern? 13 years old. Jana Bolton, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 14 years old. Manuel Cordova, Stadford, Virginia, 16 years old. Sakara Branch, Richmond, Virginia, 14 years old. Nakia Braxton, Lynchburg, Virginia, 17 years old. Chloe Parker, Hampton, Virginia, 13 years old. Kayla Olivia, Alexandria, Virginia, 15 years old. Jennifer Santos Gomez, Suffolk, Virginia, 17 years old. Jaquan Chinchilla, Frederick County, Virginia, 15 years old. Madison Tillman, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 15 years old. Page 2. Chandler Leslie, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 16 years old. Jada Chavez, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 15 years old. Jalen Pickney, Front Royal, Virginia, 14 years old. I don't know, Caleb. Jamia Allen, Henrico, Virginia, 16 years old. Kyla Williams, Newport News, Virginia, 12 years old. Agnes Ampem, Prince William, Virginia, 17 years old. Allison Reyes Gomez, Prince William, Virginia, 14 years old. Shanetta Chavez, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 15 years old. Not that I'm aware of. I'll have to check on that, honey. Carrie Miles, Hampton, Virginia, 14 years old. Dyra Mendoza, Prince William, Virginia, 17 years old. Noah Gill, Goochland, Virginia, 16 years old. Zakia Harris, Chesapeake, Virginia, 16 years old. Keep in mind, y'all, this is a search missing posters in the entire United States for the past week. Okay, I'm noticing the resemblance here, and it's Virginia. Jose Cruz Jr., Waynesboro, Virginia, 15 years old. Ashley Lee, Fluvanna County, Virginia, 16 years old. Ashley Garcia Robles, Manassas, Virginia, 17 years old. Leah Moss, Reston, Virginia, 16 years old. Damon Tweedy, Richmond, Virginia, 16 years old. Jarden McKnight, Baltimore, Maryland, not too far from Virginia, 13 years old. Mariah Johnson, Baltimore, Maryland, not far from Virginia, 12 years old. Madison Hinant, Newport News, Virginia, 17 years old. Dianera Velasquez, Richmond, Virginia, 16 years old. This is heartbreaking. I'm not going to stop until I say all these names. Jose Galanio, Alexandria, Virginia, 17 years old. Alexis Williams, Fort Myers, Florida, 16 years old. Noemi Aviles, Fairfax, Virginia, 13 years old. Davy Biddle, Tampa, Florida, 15 years old. Ebony Sandoval, Chesterfield, Virginia, 15 years old. Faith Weber, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 15 years old. Amari Powell, Hampton, Virginia, 17 years old. Michael McCrae, Richmond City, Virginia, 15 years old. Awanza Benjamin, Hempstead, New York, 15 years old. Darius Norman, Hampton, Virginia, 17 years old. Carrie Miles, Hampton, Virginia, 14 years old. These 52 kids started going missing January 24th. Okay. And I stopped my search today. This is 52 kids that have made the missing persons posters. Okay. I want to show you guys something else that I just find absolutely nauseating. I'm just going to use Google Maps. Let me zoom out. We're going to hop on over to Virginia. And I want to show you guys what is going on here. Okay, there's Washington. If my computer will work. What are we doing here? This makes me so nauseous. Okay. So one of the names that were the cities that we're finding in common are Richmond, Newport News, Norfolk, Virginia Beach area. What I'm noticing, okay, is the corridor of 95 that stretches north to south United States East Coast. I do believe it goes through Philly, up through New York, and down to Florida. Okay. And if you watch what connects Richmond clear down to the beach, is Interstate 64. If you follow 64 the whole way down, it goes through Newport News, and it continues on going through. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit further. 64 continues on down through New York, and then it branches out from 64 down, okay? And then it branches east to west to 264, and then again it becomes 664 to wrap up through, okay? There's Virginia Beach. If you zoom in, you can see that they all connect 264, 664, all to Interstate 64. I'm noticing a resembling problem, and the fact that it's happening so much in isolated areas, this many kids in one area, something is definitely keep following the maps. Up 64. 64 continues to go this way, and it comes through Richmond, and it starts going up this way, goes this direction, which would be more of freaking Virginia. But then 95 catches it. Okay, 95 goes straight up. I'm going to keep following 95 just so you guys see where 95 goes. And if I'm not mistaken, it goes right through Philadelphia and into New York. There's 95 still. Okay, it becomes 395, then 95 again, 495. So where we go? We go through Washington D.C., then 95. It continues up through here, through Hanover, through Baltimore, Maryland, which there's the other three kids that were listed in Maryland outside of Virginia. And then 95 continues on going, where it goes through Wilmington, and then it finally hits Philadelphia, but it continues going through alongside the coastline, continues up through, and it makes its way to Newark and New York, New York. So it's definitely a known interstate. I've announced those kids' names. If you guys want to make videos about it or get Arctic Fox to take a look at what I've announced today, because I know he does incredible work getting names out there. I am absolutely exhausted from sleuthing with you beautiful faces all throughout the night after I slept half the night and then woke up because nightmares are fun. There was something else. Oh, so you guys are fully aware that I have my P.O. box. I received one thank you letter from a local. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to do none of that. And then I received some incredible stickers that I'm going to show off later this evening when I do a live. But the reason why I have the P.O. box, as you all know, stemmed from Kylie Rodney. However, there are names out there that if you have any information on them and you want to send whatever information anonymously, you will not have your name put out there. I'm looking for information. And the names extend out to Michael Shane Youngers, Carly Gouze, Paisley Woodard, Dana, Kylie, our Trinity Bacchus, Bailey Beck, Dante De La Torre, Chloe Bogan, Nikari Johnson, Amy Morris, and Tiffany Thiel. If there's other cases you want me to look at that you feel line because of money or corruption or secrets, please, 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 please feel free to contact me anonymously. You do not have to put a return name or a return address. All you simply have to put on your envelope is P.O. Box 326, New Stanton, Pennsylvania 15672. You will remain anonymous. If you feel that outside of the names that I've mentioned, if you want to send any information for me to look into, I promise you that you will remain anonymous. I could do that, Kiki. I can definitely do that. Might be after my nap though, honey, because I'm like, ugh, my eyes burn. I just, I, after sleuthing this further and further and then going through maps and then doing a couple few things that I had to get done before I knew I could nap, I knew I had to do a live because one, the update on Mia is wonderful. However, after looking at this information that's going on with Virginia in real time, it's kind of heartbreaking. Not kind of, it is. It's heavy. I apologize to all of my squirrels, all of the people that follow, subscribe, and that donate. I apologize that I haven't been present doing lives. Um, we've had some security issues that I first and foremost wanted to take care of so that privacy and people's security and lives at home are secure. Um, I don't want to touch too much in detail what has been going on, but it's been some crazy stuff that I felt needed my attention so that we can continue doing what we're doing in the back end of things. We are still missing Kayleen Oling from Etna, Pennsylvania. I could put that name up there since we're missing that one. Um, I have still been like off and on feeling under the weather after doing the whole COVID thing. Phoenix keeps bringing home some germs from school. He's not feeling very well. Um, just a whole lot of things have been going on all at once. It's not that I'm ignoring doing lives or anything like that because I'm always thinking about doing lives. It's just sometimes I need downtime to focus on some really important things. And I do produce videos as I can. Like I said, I've been talking to some of Amy's relatives and some people that have been reaching out to family to kind of get information that we can and what we can do for her family. Um, but as of right now, like I'm just kind of letting the family steer. And as they touch base with me, I will release information. I am sitting on information that I can't release. Um, could jeopardize some things, so I'm just going to sit on it until the family moves forward, till we get some autopsy reports, and then the long wait for toxicology, stuff like that. She is investigating the whole what led up to the cause of death. And I'm trying to help her, and the scrolls are trying to help her. Kylie's army's trying to help her as much as possible so we can get the proper information to her so she knows what to do next or any information we can share back and forth. I'm trying to think. I do want to give you guys a small update on Cece. All I'm going to ask is to just send prayers out, well wishes, manifest good things for her. She just has some things she needs to take care of, just like we all do. And I'm rooting for her. I'm praying for her. I just want to send that out to get a little prayer circle going, to get some positive vibes up in her life. And for now, I that's pretty much it. That's all the updates I have right now. Like I said, like I am working things like on the back end of things, videos I'm producing without doing lives to them. And then we're gonna come back some point tonight, this evening, after I have napped and spent some time with my son, and then I will do a live, depending on who wants to join up on panel or what's what. Like I need to touch base with Scrolls and see what's going on there. Um, Donations are already always open. I'm not going to drop that stuff in my chat. Y'all know the drill. It's all on my about me page. If not, if you're Discord, you can grab that information there. And that's about it. Um, I know I sound like sad, and I am sad by the news of looking at all this stuff going on in Virginia, plus all the stuff that's going on and like the back end of things. It's just it's heavy shit, y'all. And I know you guys get that, and I try to do my best to bring information, new information to you guys, or what we're all doing. But yes, prayers out to everybody because everybody needs love and light. So that's what I'm trying to do today. But I definitely want some extra love sent out to Cece. I also want some love sent out to our little squirrely best friend Daisy. She's going through some struggles right now, and she just needs some strength to know that one, everything happens for a reason. Two, it's for good, for positive things. And I'm just praying for her and sending some love and light out to her, um, so she knows she's loved, so she knows she's supported, and that we all got her back. And that's about it. Um, I'm just there. Right now, it's not that I'm up in my emotions because I'm always feeling and processing and trying to separate, feelings from facts and stuff like that. It's just there's so much going on constantly that it's just sometimes it's overwhelming, and I don't take time off, and I haven't been sleeping properly, and I had an aha moment the other day that I realized like if I'm not present, like this channel is not possible. If I'm not present, the Discord is not possible. If I'm not taking care of me, I can't take care of you. And I can't keep doing what we're doing here. Like our mission is these kids and these families and these people. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to keep pressing forward. Even if I'm only doing 2 or 3 or whatever lives a week, like I still want to be here. I still want to be present. I still want to continue doing what I'm doing despite my own things or despite what, heaviness that we all oftentimes feel when we're dealing with these cases. Um, but with that said, I mean, I've put what information I can. I will, once I get some sleep, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to finally sit and make a P.O. box, just a basic banner. I also want to make a short so that it's easier for you guys to share rather than sharing a whole video with a whole bunch of information on it. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna do that for you guys is get the PO box information out there. There are some YouTubers out there that have made videos that do incredible work making images for Kylie's army and getting the PO box out there. But I want to get my personal list of names that I've been following since day one. I want their names out there. I want their faces out there, and I want that PO box out there. It's never too late to get justice for these kids. There's some of these kids that, I mean, they're missing and there's not even a be on the lookout for them. There's no Amber Alert. Like, y'all are aware that our Amber Alert system is so very broken. And if me getting on here and saying these names and these locations and their ages and showing you their faces as I'm announcing these things, I'll do that. Ooh, my baby's up here. Let's get her up here. How you doing, girl?
Hi.
Come on, you get a good sleepy sleep?
A little bit. It was broken sleep. I didn't really fall asleep.
That's exactly how I was last night. Like for whatever reason, like I was just watching so many things yesterday. I was watching. I told you about the Discovery Channel stuff and
Yeah, I think so. I might have been half
earthquakes
asleep.
and all that. I know you
Oh
were in
yeah,
and out of sleep while I was chit chatting with you off and on. But
yeah,
yeah, and then I started sleuthing back into like Tiffany Thiel and Kylie Rodney and Trinity Backus and Amy Morris. And then I went to Discord and then we were all chatting and sleuthing at the same time. And then they were like, hey, this person's missing. And then whenever I started looking into stuff Caleb was dropping, then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to missing persons and see what new things are out since I
yeah.
did yesterday. Like I just been so sidetracked. And when I saw like the pattern that's going on in Virginia right now, like it's just it makes me want to vomit, man. And the only way that I can get like shake this feeling a tiny bit,
Oh,
at least if you see something, say something. If you know something, speak it, you know?
yep. Sifa said he wants to talk to you about an idea when you're free.
Sifa, I'm always, always, always down for ideas. If you want to, you can email me. Now that Discord's finally like there's certain people I'm willing to let in slowly, but that public Discord is never going to be what it just was.
No.
That was, and it wasn't even like the people, it was just the fact that there were so many people and so much stuff was going on with so many folders. Like
Yes.
you would go to take a nap and come back and there's like 380 new messages and you're like, where the fuck do I even start?
Right.
And like literally by the time I would just get through general chat, like I found myself being so distracted in general chat that I wasn't even focusing on the folders and the hold um on the information that I wanted to be. And then like I felt like I was just so distracted that I wasn't focusing on the important things and like I had an absolute fucking meltdown on Saturday. Like
I
I was
know.
just to the point where like
Yeah.
enough was enough
Yep.
with like people reaching out and then retracting and then reaching out and then retracting and then like me feeling like I was wasting my own time that I could have been spending with my son this weekend and it snowballed into me feeling like a terrible parent and then me thinking about like all these kids and how parents aren't being so proactive like we are for them and it snowballed out of like control
Yep.
and
Really
I
breaking
broke down
point.
to Daisy, I broke down to Lala, and I broke down to Discord, and I said enough is enough. Like I'm not doing any more unnecessary drama. I
Nope.
don't care what people bring to me. I am not going and visiting that. I am focusing on what we are doing and our mission. And that's it. You know, I don't want to discuss things. I'm not rehashing stuff. Like I'm going to keep moving forward.
Yep.
And
That's
some of the
all I'm
things
here
that
for.
I'm going to be doing in the next week or two is probably going to stir some bullshit. And I'm just going to ignore the bullshit and I'm going to keep moving forward with what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not obsessing over who's caring about what I'm doing. Like I don't care what people think that I'm doing on my channel. Like, I'm doing what I want to do with my channel, and the only people that it matters to me about is Daisy and Lala. I'm not saying that my chat doesn't matter, because I do care what you guys think. However, I know who my best friends are. I know who created what I'm doing now with me. If you guys have
And
not
we know who's
subscribed,
behind us no matter
yeah,
what,
yeah,
and no matter like any information regarding Kyla Ronnie, no matter who said it, needs to be out there.
yeah,
So
absolutely, 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 honey.
if it steps on toes, then that's a them
Yeah, and
problem.
that's the thing is like I'm revisiting, like we always do the same thing. We go back to the beginning, and like the more I keep going back to the beginning and rehearing new things, like I don't want to sit on the weight of the information that I have anymore. Like I want to start releasing it for what it is. And if it offends people, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry, you know?
Yep. Sorry, not sorry. It can't be. These kids
You know,
matter. We need
like
to be their voice.
the facts and the truth and the information to me is more important than anybody else's feelings, including my own. Like, just if people understood, like, how much information I have on my computer and how much I sit on and the weight of that alone, like, yeah, I could pack up bags and be like, you know what? Fuck it, and walk away from all of this. I could walk away from my channel. I can give up. But you know what? I'm not going to walk away from the injustices that I know in my heart that I've seen and I cannot and will not look away from. Won't. I won't. All I
Um,
can do is focus on the safety of me, my son, my family, and my friends. And I know now who my friends are and who they're not. I know who I want to associate with and who I do not. What I do know is what we've created as a collective is something that I never thought would come to fruition. The
mhm.
people we have working together as a collective, and even for the ones that don't believe in a God, God fucking bless you. You guys are saviors. You guys are people that I look up to and admire. And I can't thank you guys enough for fighting this fight with me. Lala, good
Hello,
morning, babe.
I was say, "Hey, Lala." And Sifa asked if it's okay. Well, he said, "Would you rather him email you over Twitter or you don't care?
Yeah,
Either way is fine."
you can drop me a line on Twitter, but if you want me to respond quicker, I would probably just email me. I finally, guys, like I'm finally getting things set up. Like I don't think until I literally made this Discord and I kind of started just being completely transparent with people. And then, like, once they realized what's going on with Discord, and then realizing, like, I haven't even put the stuff on my computer in Discord. Like, I want to.
Right.
It's just now that they get a small glimpse of the weight of all this, like, I realize like we got our little family, you know, and I want to be able to keep letting small amounts of people in. But as of right now, I think it's in our best interest to just kind of lock things where they're at right now. Right now I'm good on the 60 people that made the cut, you know, and I'm thankful for the people that and it wasn't that I kicked people out or that you can't be in the cool kids club. It was just there were so many, literally on a level that I've never seen before. Like, I don't care if people hack me. I don't care if people dox me or do dumb bullshit. I really don't. The only time I care is when it affects my child and it affects my family or my friends. And it had gotten to the point where so many people were being influenced because they were tied to me and the information that we were dropping as a collective. Like, it's not like all of this information just came out of thin air. Like, without Lala, without Daisy, with all the Squirrel Squad, without all the people in Discord, like, this would not be possible. But at the same time, like, I have to think of the security, not only of the people that I've kept, but also the security of the people that I've let go. I have to also keep in mind that I don't want all the extra drama and what other people are doing. I don't care
No,
what
it's
other
too
people are doing.
draining.
Yeah,
It's so
I've been,
draining.
and that's the thing is like me and Daisy have been talking about this. Me and Lala have been talking about this. Like we talk about this all the time. Like all the extra. We don't need all that. Like after getting to know everybody in Discord on a more personal level, we all have our own health problems. We all have our own problems that we're dealing with outside of all this heaviness, you know?
Yep.
And I just want people to remain happy, healthy, prosperous. But above all, I want your guys' security to be safe.
And you have to remember drama is like your
Just drama.
dopamine levels and all that. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
you are drawn to it automatically because especially when
It's
you're bored and you have
stressful.
nothing to do, you have a
Yeah.
tendency to wanna to go towards it and, see what they're saying, but
Yeah.
if you just get it out of your mind, put that in the back, don't engage, don't interact, let it be, eventually they will go away and it won't
Hmm.
be on our minds and we can move forward.
Yeah. And the thing of it, the beautiful thing about it that it's also another aha thing I had is I can clap back and not even revisit what I just clapped back. Like I don't have to enable it. I don't have to react to it. Like I can do my own funny shit and move along and keep doing these things.
Yeah.
But I what I won't have is people telling me that I can't do what I'm doing. I'll do what the fuck I want. I pay my bills. The people backing me help
Listen.
pay my bills and help me get where I'm going. You know, like I have a following that is literally carrying me, that is carrying this entire squad. Like everybody collectively is doing a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful movement, and I can't, for whatever reason, like I can't and I will not walk away from it. I won't walk away from these kids. I won't walk away from these families, and I will not walk away from my squirrel squad. And anybody that wants to have any type of offense to that, I don't know what to tell you. You should do what I did when I was younger, and that's to seek a therapist. Like there is nothing wrong with therapy, with counsel, or with medicine. None whatsoever.
Nope. Sometimes we all needed to get through our days.
Yeah, absolutely, Jennifer. Like, and that's the thing is like out of everything that I'm committed to in life right now, it's one, my son, full time, hands down. Like my son has to come first.
Mhm.
Me
Always.
and my health and my mental health, the squirrels, these kids, like I know what my priorities are. And anything outside of the realm of what we're doing here, like I'm just not going to pay any mind to it. Like I don't care. Honestly, I don't care what negative content creators are doing. I don't. I can't be bothered with it. I
Nope.
can't.
Mm.
But no, and that's the thing is like I'm realizing certain content that's being produced. And I know people are clipping my stuff. Please continue to. All it's doing is bringing more and more and more people here. Like literally. You have no idea. You have no idea. Like I don't normally keep track of my subscribers count, but I promise you we're growing and we're going to keep growing. And I'm not letting go as I take on new cases and announce new missing and exploited children, like I'm not leaving who I started with behind until I see justice for them. I don't care if I beat this shit 5 years from now. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to continue to keep their names out there.
Sifa
Oh
said he
hell no,
wanted to
Stephen.
apologize.
No,
Yeah,
never, babe. No, 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 no,
yeah, it
no,
wasn't
no,
taken like
no. I completely understood why you didn't. I just wanted to understand and get to the bottom of why we weren't allowed to talk about it. And then once I had somebody like really look into it, and then I had a woman that went and got said autopsy report, and she's like, I don't care if you leave my name on. I was like, oh, honey, I do.
Mhm, yeah.
So I politely removed her name from it and I started discussing it. Like, what are they going to do? Come after me for talking about a child that's death is unnecessary?
Yeah, and
That is, it, it's not. I don't see an accident in that report. I'm sorry. I'm
no.
just calling it for what it is. There is no accident in Trinity Bacchus's report. And anybody who can't see that autopsy for exactly what it is, you need to put your head on right. I don't know how Dr. Reber gets away with
Ugh.
doing these autopsies like he does. But like when you take the story of what happened and you try to match it to the autopsy, and no matter which way you put the puzzle pieces together, like when you start to kind of like match the pieces like they should go to the autopsy report, and they don't, like when you see a whole different picture from what has been being painted to you, and then you mold the two together and you see it for what it is, like
Yeah.
I can't not talk about stuff like that. Oh, where'd she go? She said yeah and slipped right off. Exactly, Lala. Exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing, is like I didn't engage for so long and life was great and peaceful, and then I gave it my attention briefly, and no thank you. Don't want none of that. Like they do, they steal your fucking joy. And I'm not gonna have anybody. Oh, she bad. Look at her. She
I
slid out.
freaking
She said
I slid with my 3 fingers on the trackpad, and it slips you out of the screen.
it's
I was
because
like,
she was dreaming about having eggs for breakfast and that butter slid her right out her chair.
I never did get them damn eggs either.
There was a comment that I saw that I wanted to get up on screen, but I don't even see it no more. Man,
Hold
I'm
up.
surprised this chat's even. It is 1:13 in the afternoon here in the east side of the United States. I don't know how I'm still fuck up. I don't even understand what my
I
body is
know, I
doing
thought
to
you were
me.
going to take a nap.
I know I've been trying to take a nap since, I don't know. I was gonna go back to bed. Like I was gonna wake up, let my dog out, and like I just couldn't stop thinking about like what I was dreaming. And then like I started looking into it, and I was like, oh shit, this is for real, for real, for real. Like
Jeez.
it wasn't a nightmare. Like my nightmare is reality.
Oof.
Like
You have
and like that's
crazy
another thing I don't think people understand is like Daisy and Lala and I and all the squirrels, like we literally live, breathe, eat, sleep these cases. And it's not that we're stuck on any one case because there are so many, but you can't ignore the fact, like what I'm seeing on the missing persons website, like the fact that so much is happening in one chunk of Virginia, and then you have one chunk in Nevada and Placer County areas. Like there are global hotspots all over
Ugh.
this world. Like the hotspots are honestly what I focus on. And if there is a case that grabs me, yes, I'm going to go with that. Yes, I'm going to bring light to it. Yes, I'm going to bring attention to it, because the only way we're going to get attention on these is to be the mouthpiece for these cases. Because clearly the Amber Alert system is broken and failing these children. And people can be big mad all they want that I'm not letting Kylie Rodney's case go. They can be mad if I don't let Trinity Backus's case go. But as far as I see, we have support in ways
You
that
have
we
a
need.
lot. Yep.
Hmm. And I have the right to freedom of speech, and I have a platform that I can use it on, and I'm going to do that. And if you don't like it, please leave. You want to talk shit? Go talk shit somewhere else, because I ain't going to be here.
And if you're lurking, if you're gonna clip something and share it. Something
Clip these nuts, shit.
that can shed some light
That's
on
all
the
right.
missing
Listen,
kid.
I don't say names. You guys know I don't fucking single people out unless we're sending direct prayers to them. But someone sent me a fucking Rick and Morty episode, dude, and I totally forgot that this little nugget of a episode exists, and I can't play it for what it is. Like I'm gonna share it in Discord because y'all, I was fucking cracking the
Oh
fuck up.
god.
But there's this one episode in Rick and Morty. It came out like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. It was a while ago. And there's this one part where Morty and Rick make this device where they can hear what animals think, right?
Oh god.
And it starts off as like Morty's walking down the street and he's like notices like this hummingbird and this hummingbird's like talking weird and shit. And then he like sees a little troop of animal or ants on the sidewalk and he's like down there listening to like the little little ants
Oh
doing
my
their
god.
shit. Bro. Then he sees a squirrel. And the squirrel runs up the tree with another squirrel, followed by another squirrel. I kid you
Wow.
not. When I saw them three squirrels in a tree, I was like, Daisy and Lala with me on this. Dude, and when these squirrels started talking shit, and they were like, I think that boy can hear us on the sidewalk. And he was like, oh shit. And he like hurries up and turns around and they're like, oh no, we want to talk to you. And then all of a sudden, like this fucking squirrels jumping off the roof, jumping out of trees,
Oh
jumping,
my
and
god.
they're all like this squad of squirrels that go running after
That's
Morty, dude.
awesome.
I lost my shit and I was like, oh, that's gonna be good content down the road. I promise you.
I need to take a gummy and watch that. That'd be
I was
hilarious.
cracking the fuck up. But literally, like the clip is only 5 minutes long, and just that little
I
squirrel
wanna see
thingy,
it.
like, we gonna have to do something with that. Thank you to the little love that sent me to that into my little DMs because it was good shit. I was fucking laughing. I was like, oh my god, if I don't go take a shower right the fuck now, though,
So,
laugh
there was
myself
a
into a nap.
shooting in Lakeland yesterday with 11 teenagers
Yes,
shot? Where is
yeah,
Lakeland?
California.
Oh, of course, I should have known. What?
Isn't that the new shooting? That's new California shooting.
That's so crazy
I,
because there's literally, like, so many, like, shootings daily.
mhm,
It's
and
just becoming so
yes,
normal.
yes. And then I heard about like, and that's the thing is like I didn't hear about this until 2.5 weeks later. I was telling you about that dude. I'm not even gonna say his name because he's a fucking gross piece of shit. Shot and killed his entire family and
Oh,
then
yeah,
took
ugh.
himself out. Okay, actually, let me just pull that one up on the interwebs on that one because that one just made my stomach like hurting.
Sifa is putting together a photo album for Trinity's father
Oh,
and grandparents. He
yep.
asked if you have any that he
I
might
have
not have.
tons.
We do have
I have
she has a
tons.
bunch of
I have
really good ones
tons.
too.
Tons. What would be the best way to just you want me to zip them, rar them? How do you want them? You want me to just start? Because there's a lot, honey. Like there's a lot of
Yeah, and then
pictures
he
that I
can
have.
double check with his to make sure there's no duplicates or whatever, but
Or do you want me to just put them in like a Dropbox? Like you DM me on Twitter or you email me and you let me know exactly how you want them done, and I will gather them together and I got you. All right, so I'm not gonna pull it up on my screen. I'm just gonna read this shit. Like it made me nauseous. Damn, man, why do we do so much in Discord for real? Like I can never find what I'm looking for.
oh, they're
And I
saying
know,
Lakeland is in Florida.
no, there was a shooting in California too. Like, okay,
Oh,
so there's one in Florida, one in California right
dang.
now, and one in Utah. This one in Utah, just like I think this is what I started having nightmares about. And then, bro, like, why can't I ever find anything that I post? And Daisy keeps telling me, you just write
Type your
text with it,
name.
type some text with it, and you'll find it real easy. And then I forget
Uh-huh.
to do it, and then now I can't find it. And I dropped it in everywhere, and I can't for the life of me find. Oh, Utah family, here it is. Actually, yeah, I will pull it up on screen because I know people like to look at things, and so I'm not making things up. Not that I would ever make something like this up because this is just shit is deep, man. There's a lot of crazy people out there in this
Yeah, you
world,
think?
and I try to avoid them at all costs. But this shit is just what the fuck is like. How did law enforcement fail this family?
It
That's
was a
my question.
drive-by by at a Target.
Oh, la la. You guys just keep telling me things. This is why I don't sleep because then I start sleeping different things. Like literally, if the human body didn't have to sleep, like I literally would never, ever, ever sleep.
I mean,
But
you don't.
unfortunately, I know, like my human body does though, because I should be beating my ass. Like right now, I am
Yeah.
exhausted, but
When
I
you
ain't get
finally
through
do,
this
you
story.
do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I'm ready to crash, like I'm like good night and I'm out. Like it takes me 2 seconds to fall asleep when I'm done.
I bet.
Like I'll be in the middle. Like I was in the middle of drawing in Procreate, dude, and I woke up and I was like, "What is this scribble ass shit?" Then I had things open on my phone. I must have my phone in one hand and
Oh my
my
god.
iPad in the other, doing all kinds of shit. Because I woke up and
Gee.
I don't even know what the hell I had open. Like it was nuts, nuts, nuts. Okay, so here we have a Utah family killed in a murder was previously known to police officials say. This poor, this, fuck this guy right here. I don't even want to say his name, but I'm gonna once. Because this is sad. Okay. So, this report was released on January 6th, and I just heard about it 3 days ago. And I've been sitting on this for a minute. This is honestly what was gonna make me do it live the other day. Like, I wanted to talk about this because this is
Gosh, and I had
disgusting.
never even heard about it.
Absolutely disgusting. So, on January 6th, this was released out of Enoch, Utah. The Utah family of 8 who died in a grisly murder this week was previously known to police, authorities said. And yes, I said previously known to police. Ugh, this is so terrible. Chief Jackson Ames with the Enoch City Police Department said officers had been involved in investigations with the family a couple years prior. For now, police aren't saying what those investigations were for. Of course, they're not. On Wednesday, police found 8 members of the Height family dead at their home in Enoch from apparent gunshot wounds. Police said it appears the husband and father, Mr. Height, shot and killed his wife, Tasha, his mother in law, Gail Earl. Let's get through this sentence. My heart palpitates. His 5 children, 17-year-old, a 12-year-old girl, 2 7-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, and a 4-year-old boy before he took himself out. The gruesome discovery was made during a wellness check at home, according to the Enoch City manager, Rob Dotson. Someone with whom Tasha Height had an appointment Wednesday morning called the authorities to report that she had missed the appointment. The caller requested that law enforcement conduct a wellness check at the Heights home. Even the mayor of Enoch is grasping to comprehend how an entire family in a close knit community, active in church, known to everyone around them, is gone. This is a tremendous blow to many, many families, Enoch Mayor Jeffrey Chestnut said. And here's the line that I just. Investigators said they discovered Tasha Height filed for divorce 2 weeks ago, and the investigation is
Oh,
ongoing. So this woman was trying to get away from her husband, knowing damn well this was not this was not something she wanted to raise her kids in any longer. And this man killed her and her
that's so
entire family.
sick.
I mean, he shot and killed her, her mom, and their children. And that will be a story that I will be sleuthing and finding information out. If anybody wants to sleuth it, bring it to light on their channels, please do. I'm just there's so much going on in this
Oh, it's
world,
just
and
so shocking. Like, if you're gonna
it
take
it
yourself out,
does
why
hurt.
why do you take your whole entire
That's what I'm
family?
saying. That's what I'm saying. Take yourself out. Take yourself out if that's what you want to do. But
Like, first of
why?
all, if you
Like,
feel that way, ask for help,
yeah,
but if you're gonna do that, then oh, that's so sick.
then do that. But why? Like, literally, your children. Like, I will
Right?
never, I will never comprehend how people, anybody, can hurt a child, a minor. Like, there's no excuse. There's none.
No.
Me as an adult, I can't comprehend. I can only imagine what was going through that wife's mind, that her
Oh,
mom's mind, the children's minds, as their own father was doing this shit to them. Like I just, it's so hard to wrap my head around. Like I do not understand how people can hurt children,
No.
of all things. I just,
That's
I
like
just,
that one last week. It with there's like a cartel type thing with the mom and the
yeah,
baby in her hands like
yeah.
that. That's so sick.
Like, how do you chase a mother down and shoot her? And then she clearly, like, if she went down, like, and then
Ugh,
you go and you shoot a like an infant.
right? It's so
Like, it's just,
ooh,
it's so heavy. And that's the thing is, like, we as adults should be responsible. Like, we'll go back to the Utah man, like, why he didn't seek mental help.
exactly.
Like, counsel is so good for you. Go talk to your friends, go talk to your family, go talk to a therapist, get some help for what's going on. Like, clearly people act in ways that they do because they suffer from some sort of mental illness.
Yep. And
How
some men
after,
don't like to admit it.
yeah,
Some men are like, no, I
yeah,
can
and
handle this
yeah,
myself.
yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
Or people that know this stuff is happening and they enable the toxic. They literally enable it by taking part in it, and pretty much, as long as you're there and you're allowing it to happen and to continue, like, you're enabling it. You're part of the problem. The fact that this man's family or her family couldn't see that there was clearly some domestic problems going on, to the point where she felt her only option was to file for divorce.
Divorce and get
And from
out.
what I gather, the appointment she had was with either an attorney or some type of counsel to help her get her and her. I mean, the mom was probably staying there
Oh.
because the daughter was fearful.
Mm-hmm. Steve said in Utah, at least from his experience, it's almost frowned upon to admit you have mental health issues or
I'm
like or to see a
telling
therapist.
everybody
It's
right here,
so
right now,
sad.
it is more empowering. And I know it's a hard leap to make when you say, yeah, something's not going on right upstairs. I've been there, but there has to become a breaking point when you realize that the traits or the things that you're doing are toxic, not only to yourself but the people around you, to where you care enough that you're like, I'm going to go get some help for this. I'm going to go talk to somebody about what's going on or what I'm feeling or whatever. We are human beings with constant chemical changes. And sometimes our brains are literally broken to where they can't process certain chemicals. And we're not like, some people are traumatized and it changes their wiring. Some people are born into trauma and they don't realize that it's a trauma response from when they're younger,
Yep.
that these are deep rooted
It
issues that they
stays in
never,
that one
yeah,
part of your brain that I learned that.
you know and like, for men that feel, and families that raise their men to not talk about their feelings and stuff, like, it's okay to talk about how you feel. It's just on how you talk about them and how you want to resolve them. Sorry, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on you as a human being, like, if you want to take the actual measures to be a better person, be a better you for, what I mean, today, here and now. We can't change the past. But if you correct who you are now, like, you might not continue with the toxic traits. You might start to be self-aware and accountable and make the changes that you need. Like, I feel like, as this man from Utah, like, had he sought mental help, he could have saved his marriage. He could have been a better husband. He could have, you know what I mean? He could have done so many things differently, but he chose to load a gun and kill his family. Like that, I think that's the problem with here and now, is it's been so stigmatized and so much dogma around mental health, and there's nothing wrong with getting help. Literally, there is nothing wrong with it. I kid you not, because of my own childhood traumas. Like, I sought mental health from the time I was 13 until I had Phoenix. And then if I feel that I need some type of counsel, first I will talk to my friends and then I will go back to therapy if need be. Every day is Mental Health Awareness Day. Yes, Holly, absolutely. And this is why, like, part of me made a Discord is because I wanted people to have not only a place to go talk about this heavy stuff and so that we could do things collectively, but so that we could build a family that is there for each other. Like when I'm not there, like there's a bunch of other people that you're having a problem. Let me hear what you hear. Let me hear what you're going through, you know? And that's what I think is so absolutely beautiful about what we're doing is like, yes, I want to have that support system, whether it's for the families or the friends of these missing, exploited, and corrupt systems, or if it's, a support system for the people that come in here. I want to be able to do that. Like one thing that I wish I would have done with my life is sought out a career and mental health and counseling. And it's never too late to be that strong person that has been through things that without those things I wouldn't be the person that I am today and uplift people with me, you know? And people can rag on me for dumping on, corrupt people or corrupt law enforcement or paid actors or whatever, but you know what? If people don't like that I call people like it is, I don't know what to tell you. The only people that I'm going to be accountable for is myself. I'm not going to be responsible for anybody coming in my chat anymore. If it's stuff that we don't represent, we will time you out after 3 times. It's been that since day 1. We don't allow bullshit to come in our chats. We don't allow bullshit to come in our Discord. Like, we let it for a minute. We thought that was going to be like a venting session. It was just too heavy and too much for me, too. You know? Even Daisy agreed. Like, I noticed Lala started backing off a little bit because it's just trying to deal with all the heavy stuff on top of the drama, unnecessary things that we don't need to be focusing on. It's like, I don't even want to be here. And like, there was for a while, like, everybody's like, where's she at? Where's she at? And it's like, yo, I don't even want to be in Discord because it's just, it's too much. I could be over here sleuthing, doing me and doing Daisy things and doing Lala things, But y'all have me sidetracked for a minute and we're back and we ain't doing that again. I promise you, we ain't doing that again. Like, I don't want people to be offended when I say this. Like, I do not want to associate with people that are going to bring negativity to my channel or to my people. Not associating with that. Not doing it. But as far as the whole Discord thing, like, it was just a huge security breach and I had to do what I had to do. It's not that I'm mad at anybody or I have animosity or there is anything personal. It was just I had to look at the people that were putting so much of their effort into Discord. And it was literally like, it was like we had blinders on because we're trying to focus on so much. Like when you literally go to take a nap and you come back a few hours later and there's literally like 300 new notifications, 300 new mentions, 300 new messages. Like you're like, the fuck, you know? And then on top of it, we have DMs on our other social medias. Like I have comments to take care of. Like I'm trying to do all this PI school stuff. Like, and it's just, there's so much happening. And meanwhile, this entire time, like people were failing to realize, like, I'm a mother first. And like it was coming to the point where like there was just so much happening. Like it was distracting me from being a mom. And I'm sorry, but my son comes first before everything here. Like I put my son first. But now me and my son are good. We're back to spending the time that we're supposed to be together. I can now focus on my girls. I can focus on the squirrels. I can focus on the Discord. Like we're going to stay focused. Like them's goals. I don't know what Daisy's doing. She muted as hell though. Yeah, and that's the thing is like there's no animosity towards anybody. Like I that's one thing I want people to understand is like if you feel like it's a personal attack, because I took your role away, your verified role in Discord, come talk to me. Like I don't want people being upset over it, but like there was a serious, like I don't think you guys understand how serious the breach was. Like a lot of you do know because you were in Discord as it was all playing out. And when I had to hop into chat and be like, everybody get the fuck out, and I had to shut it down, like I had to draw some lines. Because I was getting DMs, I was getting emails, I was getting messages, I was having people put in Discord like all the crazy things that were going on in their life. And I'm piecing it all together in real time. And as I realized, like, so much of the same things were happening to people, I had to shut things down. Had to. I've had to do it when we had our private Discord. Like, I had to do that then, and people took offense to it. And I'm realizing, like, the people that are taking offense, you have to apply the term that those who talk to you about other people are talking to other people about you. And it made me come to a realization, like, who I need to trust, who is going to be beneficial to the casework that we're doing, and who is just distracting, you know? And the breach and security, like, there is nothing in this life worth me putting the lives at other people at risk. Like, I don't want to put anybody's families at risk. I don't want to put any kids at risk. I don't want to put any people in my Discord at risk. And it came to a point where everybody in Discord was at risk. And there was a handful of people that chimed in. We discussed things and they were like, I don't care about the risk. Shut it down. Handle it the way you have to. And when you're ready to reopen, let me back in. And then there were a lot of people that were like shitting on me. And I was like, hold up. If this is the way you're going to talk to me when I'm trying to protect people, I can't have you in here doing this. Like, I'm literally shutting things down to protect you. And this is my thanks. Like, go make another Discord then. I don't know what to, like, I don't know what to tell people that saw anything that I did negative, you know? Like, I was just literally trying to protect the security of everybody. Like, and it's to the point where we have Larissa Slaughter now. You know what I mean? Like, she's teaming up with us, and I know the deep case work that she does, and I want to make sure that she is set up with a secure VPN. And I'm willing to let people that I know I can trust in on, you know, using a VPN till they can get one of their own. I have no problems with that. She does absolutely phenomenal work. Like, she talks about things that I'm like, you know? And then when I see her out there, like, as a little lone wolf, not giving two fucks about her filter, and seeing that she's been on like Ryan Upchurch's channel enough that like she's getting the light that she needs, you know? But at the same time, like, I'm worried for her safety, and I feel the need to want to shelter people even if they don't need it. And seeing her out there doing this work by herself and talking about things that me with a whole group of people behind me won't talk about, it made me concerned for her. And that's when somebody was like, I'm going to reach out to her. I think if I reach out to her and we get us all together, like, we can, you know, set things up for her. And I'm glad we are where we are with her too. No, there's no possible way, Katie Bug. They're just, every once in a while we get a hiccup. Like, there for a while, Caleb, we were like free Caleb for what was that, like a week? We couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong. And I had to wind up opening up a ticket for Caleb to even be able to see him. Like, I didn't even know he was commenting. Everybody else could see him, but I couldn't. And no matter what I did, like, I could not fix it. I had to wind up opening a ticket with, there was nothing I could do. Like, I felt bad that he went and created a whole new name just to come in here, which was cute as hell, but like, free Caleb, like, we wanted our Caleb Lee back.
Right.
And it took me a little while on putting in a ticket, but YouTube fixed it, and it was just a glitch in the system. Like, glitches do happen.
Yeah, YouTube trips because sometimes with subscriptions, like when you know you're subscribed to a channel and then you go and you're like, wait, what? I was subscribed to this channel, and it unsubscribes you from them.
Oh, thank you. It's all shiny. Yeah, and like that's what people don't understand is like the work that we do is not it's not a walk in the park. Like the stuff that we look at every single day that we're awake and able to like it's deep, deep stuff, y'all. Like and a lot of things we don't even talk about. Like we discuss in private like with each other or in DMs because some of the stuff is just so heavy like we don't know where to go with it. Yeah, like we have a case, but who do you take it to?
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Caleb, for
the
dropping
hard
that, babe.
part.
Thank you, thank you. I love Larissa. Dude, I've been watching her since TikTok, dude. And then when I saw that she actually had a YouTube and like the stuff she was putting out there, I was like, oh, get it, girl. I don't know how you have the balls to do that, but get it, girl. And the more that, like, the deeper she's going, the more I keep telling her, like, just back off a little bit, ASAP,
Yeah,
you
be
know,
careful.
and let us as a collective, like, help support you. And that's what I want to do, you know? That's what I want to do for smaller channels that are I mean, she's a small channel, but she has a lot of people watching her. A lot of eyes are on her. And the fact that she's a little lone wolf with her own life problems and she's got children at home. And the first thing I asked her was, girl, you got a VPN? She was like, no. And I was like, I'm going to hook you up. I got you. You
Yeah,
know? Like what I would like to do is eventually like get donations to the point where if somebody doesn't have a VPN or isn't secure, like we can buy that package for them for a month or a year or whatever. You know what I mean? And just hand stuff out like that, like give back to our community to make sure that they're safe and secure. But for now, like while I'm limited on funds, like I'll give her the details and make sure she's secure. Like first and foremost, like when it comes to dealing with stuff like this, like we have to make sure our people are taken care of.
yeah, especially with everybody getting hit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then there's like YouTubers like Ara, which I she has a brilliant mind in the way she puts stuff out there, and we all make mistakes and we apologize. What I like to see from people is sorry to me is just a word unless it has action to back it up, you know? And I understand mistakes are made, but her like us, we can accept and you know what I mean, be accountable for things. And she got sick, and I knew she needed some downtime. And seeing that she took the downtime that she needed, and she bounced right back and doing what she's doing. Her video from last night, like I wish I'd have caught her live. I really
I need
wish
to
I'd have
go
caught her
watch
live.
it.
But
I
yeah,
haven't watched it yet.
I was replay crew, and I tell you what, oh girl, spitting it already.
Damn,
But yeah,
I missed
that's
it.
all we can do is as the group that we are is just hold one another accountable. And if you're an adult, you'll take the constructive criticism and learn from that. And that's what I like about this whole thing, this whole movement that we're doing. It's a beautiful thing. It's when you take a step back from it and you see it for what it is, like it's an absolutely beautiful thing. Yeah, yeah, she is. I don't want to put that out there, but yeah, she is. Absolutely is. And that's the thing is the hearing her like that's what kind of grabbed me on her whole TikTok is the fact that she was not only like juggling like different cases and stuff like that, the fact that she was so outspoken on domestic violence and that she announced that she is also a survivor herself and that she's going to start doing panels on it and that she's going to be interviewed on it like mad props to that girl. Yeah, that's what we want to be here, Katie, is a voice for the voiceless. Even if we can't be a voice for the voiceless, for the voices that need empowering, that's what I
Yep.
want to do here as well. Like I want to be loud about what we're doing. And clearly we are loud about it because we got a lot of haters and I love it.
Let them. That's our motivation.
Dude, it is. Like it motivates me. Like but at the same time, like some of the shit people bring to you, like it is just a distraction of
Mm-hmm.
nonsense. But that's all right. I got some clapbacks coming that are gonna be good funds.
Just let them keep on, keep it on.
Keeping on, because it's all about the Scroll Squad.
Have you heard anything from CC?
I have. I'm just waiting for one more update back. But as of right now, just keep on sending those prayers out to her and wait for her return. We all got to deal with our. We have to make ourselves first, you know. And I'm proud of her that she's putting herself first and doing what she has to do. But at the same time, she needs some serious positive vibes, some prayers, light a candle for her, put some good stuff out into this world for her. She is the reason why I just keep trucking forward. And every time she puts a video out, like, it's just, we
I
need to
love
keep doing
Sissy's
this.
videos.
Yes, Cece's
Her
videos,
content, her
just, they empower me
passion.
too. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm literally, like, when I'm feeling down on the dumps, I literally go back to Cece's videos. And she reminds me, even if she would ever stop making videos, like, she reminds me of why I continue doing this.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We love you, Cece.
I love that girl. I do. Absolutely love her. Like, dude, I told her I told her straight out. I was like, girl, we don't get these fire cams figured out. I'm coming out to fucking Truckee. You can meet me there, and I'm gonna turn them cameras. We gonna figure it out. But like, that's the thing, is like, I would love to be a movement so big that we can go and physically petition, not like some of these people do, like that crazy town shit. I ain't doing all that. I ain't picking it outside the homes of people and shit like that. Like, that's,
Mm-mm.
to me, that's
That's crazy
nuts.
town
But
stuff.
that is crazy town shit, dude. I'm sorry, I'm lighting some candles. I got to. We gotta get some positive affirmations out into this world. Yeah, Cece's my girl. I don't get to talk to her every single day, but like, I look forward to conversations with her always, even when she yells at me. See, if I'm not ignoring you, like, I'm trying to pay attention to chat, but I'm really, my eyes burning. I've been up since 12:30 last night.
Yeah, little girl, you need to get some rest.
Girl, look, my dog started making you that monkey ass noise. I was hard in the sleep, dude. I don't even know if it was 7 or 8 o'clock when I fell asleep. All I know is I walked past Fee's room. He looked like he was comfy, cozy as hell. He looked like he was about ready to fall asleep. And I was like,
Oh,
I love you, baby boy. I was like, thank you for spending some time with me today. I said, you better bunk down soon. And he's like, always. Because he does. Like, this kid, like, I could not ask for a better kid. Like, it's like 9 o'clock sharp. I'm out here getting ready to do a live or whatever. And he's like, okay, mom, I love you. I'm going to go to bed. And I'm like,
oh,
whose kid is this? Like, because for real, like, when I
very
was his age,
responsible.
younger, shit, I remember growing up in Vegas, and my parents' whole thing was, I don't care what time you go to bed, you will go to school the next morning. Like,
Yeah.
there are nights we didn't even sleep. We were watching Bozo the Clown, you know what I mean? All night long marathons of Bozo the Clown. Our asses were looking, it's 5 o'clock. Oh, me and my brother were like, oh, we better just stay up with each other. And that's what we did. Like, we would have, like, there were times, like, me and my brother, like, days on end. I don't know how we stayed up like we did when we were little.
Oh,
Days
oh.
and days and days and days to see who could stay up the longest.
Oh no.
And then we got to draw on each other's faces whoever fell asleep first.
That's funny.
Mhm. But yeah, I just like my sleeping patterns. Like, I'm normally a night owl, but being a parent, like, I have to be present for my son. Like, I want to be present for my son. Like, I love more than anything in the world than to get up in the morning with him, make him his brekkies. He gets so excited. Like, I've never seen a kid, like, it don't matter like what meal it is. Like, it could be the dumbest shit. Like, cooking with him or making something for him, and how excited he gets just to, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the excitement is, it's different every single time, but at the same time it's the same. But just knowing, like, I could do those small little things for him, even being 14, 15 years old, and he's able, like, he's been able to cook for himself since he was 8. Like, he knows how to make
Jeez.
eggs, he knows how to cook. Like, he was making some prison
Nice.
ass food, dude. I was cracking the fuck up.
Did you make his roast yesterday? His pot?
I did. I did.
Oh.
He ate half of it, I ate a little bit of it, and then Nova ate the rest of it.
So Nova benefited too.
That bitch would not leave the kitchen alone. Like, she could smell in the air every time she kept walking in there, sniffing the air and shit. And like, I knew, like, if I didn't give her, like, she said, "No."
That's how my dog is. He thinks everything we have, he's entitled to.
Yeah, like you can't rattle a bag, you can't make one
No.
sound in this
He's like,
kitchen.
"Ooh,
She's
snacks for
there.
me."
Snack time. The bitch just ate 2 cups of food. She's ready to eat again. But yeah,
Uh,
he had his roast and his mac and cheese yesterday. That's what he wanted, so that's what he had. I was like, ugh. I don't know. I could just like I love macaroni and cheese, but that shit tears me up.
really?
And then he came out and he was looking around. I was like, "Are you still hungry?" And he was like, "A little bit." And I was like, "Bro, I was like, there's still more. There's still more meat and mac and cheese there. Go ahead and eat it all." And what he didn't eat, I gave to Nova. She was happy as hell. Yeah, Bozo the Clown was the shit. I used to watch that. Like my brother was like real heavy into clowns. Like he always collected like the boxcar Willie clowns, and like his room was creepy as hell. Creepy as hell when we were
I
little.
bet.
Like clowns everywhere. Like he had some of the weirdest looking clowns. Like them old ones that look like they're from like the 1920s and shit. Creepy, look like they got souls of
Yeah.
their own. Shit. But his
No.
room is honestly what like I don't know what it was about his room. Like it used to freak me out, but at the same time, like I liked that feeling of fear.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'll never forget one time when we were younger. Like we used to pull like the pranks y'all pull these days are weak as hell. Like one time, and you don't do this shit these days because you can't get away with what you used to be able to do in the 80s. Like nowadays, your own family will kill you or
Do
put you
not
in jail.
try this
Don't
at
do it.
home.
Do not try this at home. So one time we were like, how can we scare Chris? Because like he literally like he didn't scare easy. So my sister had like this bright fucking idea to break his bedroom window and had me go hide in a bathroom and pretend like an intruder was coming in the house.
Oh
Like
my
she
gosh.
like busted his whole like, and I'm talking this was like a 4 by 4 foot window, not no tiny ass window, like a big ass like panoramic window. She busted that shit out, like busted that shit out. Like by the time she got the hoe through the window, like the whole window was already breaking. Like I had never seen my brother run to school like he's beating on a bathroom door. I need a weapon. There's someone trying to get in the house. I was like, what do you need? He's like, I don't care, just give me a plunger. Like, dude, like I never ever let him live that plunger moment down. Like motherfucker was ready to
Right?
beat
Give me a
someone with a
plunger.
plunger, suck it to his face like a like one of them face huggers from Alien. I just can't
Oh my
like
god.
but like the shit we used to do to each other, like I don't even know how we survived into our teens. I really don't. Like I watched my sister karate chop my brother right in his throat, like right
Oh.
right in his throat.
Yeah, me and my cousins used to have some crazy pranks and stuff
Yeah,
too.
you can't do the shit that we used to do when we were younger. It's how you
Yeah,
hurt
you try
yourself.
something like that nowadays, especially with an intruder
Yeah.
type thing. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
That was
I
the
know.
good
And
old
then
days though.
well then like a week later after that, like there was this weird lady on the sidewalk and ain't nobody believe us. That's why you don't cry wolf to kids.
Oh.
But I think like at the same time, that's why I can relate to like these crazy ass stories that go along with some of the things that we're dealing with, like the Kylie
Mhm.
Rodney case. Like I can relate to what kids do, but at the same time, like there should never be a moment at this day and age and how advanced kids are that you ever put your friend or somebody you love in a situation to where it could be death, you
No.
know? Especially at 16, 17 years old, like y'all should know better.
You would think.
Give me a plunger.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
getting
that
so sleepy.
I know that's all I got for today. I'm ready to take a nap because I gotta be up in an hour and a half. My son's gonna be home.
It's like I tried and I couldn't, so now I'm about to put on TV. No, I'm about to put on the rest of the
Don't
Zav
do it.
video.
Don't do it. It's gonna keep you awake.
I know.
Don't do it, girl. Look, I was having nightmares about that shit.
Where do I find your playlist that you said, yeah, you have about Carly? Because I looked in all your playlists, but I don't know where to find it.
It should be the very top one because I added a couple videos to it, so it bumped it up. It should be right by Kylie's.
Okay.
I'll double check it to make sure that it's still there. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here because ooh, that sleep is hitting. It's hitting, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want, if you're down for a live later, because I know Lala likes some evening lives, we'll do a live later, probably like 7, 8 o'clock, depending on when you do dinner and stuff and all that. We can
Okay.
talk some Rodney and Trinity Backus or what Amy or whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, we could talk about all of them.
Yep, we can. All right, girl. I'm gonna hop off here. I'll text you
All
whenever I hop
right.
off here. All right, baby. I love you.
Bye, chat. Love y'all.
Thank you, chat, for coming in. Thank you to all my mods. Katie Bug, I'll figure that out. I'm not sure what's going on there. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Please make sure you hit that like button. It just helps the algorithm for all the updates and all the things that we do. I love your faces. God bless. Have a good afternoon.